In 2023, deep in the golden grasslands of Namibia's Etosha National Park, a relentless wildfire swept across the savannah, leaving behind trails of ash and smoke. Fueled by weeks of dry winds and a parched landscape, the fire devoured everything in its path. Animals fled in every direction, driven by instinct and fear. The park's ecosystem, already fragile from a long dry season, was being tested to its limits. Among the chaos, a young cheetah cub, barely old enough to hunt, had become separated from its mother during the frantic escape. Alone and disoriented, it wandered through the scorched terrain, its thin frame silhouetted against the smoke-filled sky. Each step was labored as the heat and exhaustion weighed heavily on its body. Nearby, a wounded springbok antelope, limping from a burn on its flank, had taken shelter beneath a blackened acacia tree. Its wide eyes reflected the terror that had passed through the land. Under normal circumstances, the cheetah and antelope would have been natural enemies. But this was no ordinary day. As the fire smoldered in the distance, the cheetah cub, driven more by confusion than hunger, collapsed just a few feet from the antelope. It lay in the ash, panting and too weak to move. The antelope, sensing the cub's vulnerability, did not flee. There was no threat now, only survival. Miles away, Park Ranger Lina, a wildlife specialist known for her quiet bravery, received word of scattered survivors seen near the old watering ridge, now just a memory scorched by flame. She guided her all-terrain vehicle toward the area, eyes scanning for movement. What she found stunned her. There, lying in the aftermath of the fire, were two creatures, predator and prey, sharing a space in exhausted peace. The cub's small chest rose and fell erratically, while the antelope trembled with each breath, clearly in pain but unwilling to move. Lina parked at a distance, reaching for her first aid kit and tranquilizer darts. Standard precautions in uncertain situations. She approached slowly, whispering softly as she moved through the smoke-laced air. The cheetah cub stirred but didn't rise. The antelope's ears twitched, but it too remained still. Both animals had been pushed beyond fear. They simply had nothing left to give. Kneeling beside the cub, Lina gently examined it. Minor burns, severe dehydration, but the cub was alive. Carefully, she administered fluids and used a damp cloth to cool the cub's feverish body. Then she turned to the antelope. Its leg was blistered and raw, but the injury wasn't fatal. With practiced care, Lina bandaged the wound and gently coaxed the antelope with a calming touch and a soft voice. It limped but did not run. There was a quiet acceptance between the ranger and the wounded creature, as though it knew she was there to help. Realizing the cub would not survive without intervention, Lina gently lifted it into the truck. To her surprise, the antelope followed, only a few steps, then stopped, watching. It stood there as if saying goodbye before turning back toward the tree, the makeshift sanctuary it had found. Back at the wildlife center, the cheetah cub was placed in a warm enclosure, treated for burns and closely monitored. It responded slowly, gaining strength day by day under Lina's care. Despite its trauma, it showed resilience, letting out small cries as if calling to its mother somewhere in the wild. Over the following weeks, Lina never stopped searching. She left scent trails and used camera traps. One fateful morning, her efforts paid off. A fully grown female cheetah was spotted near the same acacia tree where the cub had been found, sniffing the air with urgency. Lina acted quickly. She brought the cub, now stronger and alert, back to the area. She waited, hidden nearby. When the two locked eyes, something ancient and powerful stirred in the silence. The mother cheetah chirped softly, and the cub responded with a shaky cry. They ran to each other, reunited. The fire had taken much from the land, but in its wake, it had revealed something beautiful. The quiet resilience of nature, the strength of compassion, and the fragile yet enduring balance between life and death. Thank you for joining us on this unforgettable journey through the heart of the wild. If this story moved you, please give it a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe to our channel for more incredible wildlife stories. Your support helps us bring these moments of wonder to light.